Hi, I'm Caroline and this is your show hair and makeup for this season, and I'm going to show you how to do it in this video. We're going to start off with the hair. Here you have a better view of it. Nice tight high ponytail with spikes. Check it out. First we're going to start with the hair nice and dry, normal, no product in it. We're going to take a little bit of gel and just put it all up in the hair. Now I have bangs, so I have to put a lot of gel to make sure things stay up nice. I'm going to smooth it out with my hands and add just more gel in the dry spots and just do my best to smooth it out. Now my hair is short, so you're going to see a lot of it in the back. It's not long enough to pull up to a ponytail, but I'll be pinning that up later. So do not worry about that. If you have longer hair, you do not need to worry about the hair in the back. I'm just getting in a high, tight ponytail and securing it with the hair. Next, I'm going to tighten that up, and I'm going to take the tail end of a comb, and what I do is I stick it into the hair and smooth out any bumps that I may have. And now I'm going to pin up the rest of my hair in the back that's just hanging out because my hair is way too short. Now we're going to move on to the spike part. Now my hair is already naturally straight, so I didn't have to worry about straightening it before this, and it's short, so it's going to be easier to do this on hair that's a little bit shorter. If your hair's a little bit longer, you're going to have to twist it as much as possible and kind of finagle it into place. And I like to just stick a bunch of bobby pins in it until it's in the place that I want it to be. There's no real right way to do this. It's an amount of just messing with your hair, pinning it in place, and just making sure that you have the ends of your hair sticking up as spikes. Now if you have naturally curly hair, I'd say just put it all up, mess it up, and then all the hairs that are out, straighten them with the iron. So you do not have to straighten it prior to putting your hair up in a ponytail. And here again, I'm just twisting and pinning in place. I like to take the open end of a bobby pin here and just kind of finagling the hair within the bobby pin and pinning it when I feel it's right. Now sometimes I feel like a bobby pin, if you have a lot of hair, isn't enough, so I'll take a hair tie and kind of give it more of a sturdy base and wrap the hair around that and kind of finagle that as well. You can see I'm kind of like twisting it around, trying to get the hair somewhat symmetrical, but as long as we have spikes and it's messy, we're good. So now I'm just pinning more pieces within the hair because I want to make sure that the spikes stick up and out. Up and out. So next I'm going to get a very, very strong hold hairspray to fix it. What I'm going to use is it's Big Sexy Hair All-Nighter Spray. It's just a very, very high hold hairspray. Whatever you have works. And you're going to spray the spikes out and kind of stick them out. This is going to help with them sticking up nice and strong. And there's your hair. Yay! Now we're moving on to the makeup portion. Yes! So here I've already done my base, my eyebrows, and my eyeshadow base, and the other side of my face so you could see how I do the full makeup. I'm starting with the purple color and just working on the contour of my brow bone here. Now what I like to do is I like to start with the pinks and purples. You're going to see me going back and forth with the pinks and purples with the big fluffy brush this entire time. Now we're going to get some painter's tape and set it up. Just cut enough that you need for the length of the side of your face here. And then you're going to cut that in half because you want a very crisp edge. And you can use the other half for the other side when you do the whole thing yourself. Now I'll stick it to my hand before I stick it to my face, just so it's not so strong on my face. Painter's tape is not as strong as putting, duct tape or scotch tape on your face. So it's harmless. This is not professional, but it's going to make your life a lot easier as you're getting ready. Now I'm going in with the same fluffy brush and I'm starting out this corner contour with the pink color. Now you're going to see me just kind of adding color little by little. The reason why I do this is because I always find that it's better to add color than put too much because it's easier to fix that as opposed to having to try to take it off. Now I'm just messing with the pinks right now and just kind of almost thinking as like a big V on the side of my eye. You just want to focus the color in that corner and then spread it out from there using windshield wiper motions. I'm going in now with my smaller fluffy brush to really concentrate more color in the corner of my eye. And I'm going in with the purple this time. Like I said, you're going to be going back and forth with the pink and purple. Pink and purple, just making sure it's a smooth blend. And this tape is going to help get that nice crisp line. Now I'm smudging it also a little bit under my lash line as well as the corner. You want everything to be seamless. The reason why I use a fluffy brush is that fluffy brush spreads color as opposed to compacting into a small area. Whenever I feel like I need to blend, I'll go back with the larger fluffy brush to kind of blend out the color seamlessly. And I'll be doing that with the corner of my eye here. I'm going with the purple. And contour of my brow, where you see the pink currently. And this is you're just adding color slowly and surely, and darkening the corners. Right now I'm only using pinks and purples. Now I'm going in again with the darker purple and contouring that area a little deeper. The reason I always start with lighter colors is that it creates a smooth transition of colors. Now I'm adding a little bit of black to deepen that color a little more. But again, you want to do little by little. You don't want to put too much black because you're adding dimension. And just keep on using windshield wiper motions. Go back and forth with your other brush. If you feel like you need to blend out in color, I'll usually use the pink to blend it out. Now I'm going to go with my gel liner. At this part, you can also use your black eye pencil if that's what you're comfortable with, but I like to use gel liner for myself because it does not irritate my eye. And I'm using an angle brush for this. And I'll also smudge a little bit under my eye as well, and then smooth it out with the fluffy brush before it dries. It's a nice dark and strong color, which is why I love doing that. Again, I'm going back in with the black and deepening up that color a little bit underneath as well. Everything's about transitions and smoothness. And blend, blend, blend. And make sure as you're blending the outer corner that you're blending it up into your temples a little bit as well. Again, going in again. Just tapping the color. You want everything to be nice and smooth and a nice smooth contour. So you'll see me doing this a lot, going back and forth, evening it out, deepening the colors, just using pinks and purples. Always use pinks as your transition color for this look. Next, I'm going to give myself a top line. I'm going to use the same exact gel liner I have there. And this brush that I'm using, I just got at the art store. Cost me about $2. Very thin, makes it much easier to do a nice liner. Now I'm not winging it in the corners because this look does not require a wing, but what I like to do is once I get to the edge, I will be blending it out with my soft brush. So there's no harsh wing, so you really can't mess this up. Now I'm going to go in with my lash glue. I like to use my fingers to put this on. Make sure you place it only where you want the glitter to be. Make sure to avoid putting it on the black line that we just put on the top lid. Now I'm going to go in with a flat synthetic brush. Reason why it's synthetic is because it will not absorb any of the glue or the glitter. And I am just patting the glitter into it. So I'll pat the glitter from the bottle on the brush and then just pat it slowly but surely onto your lid. And any fall down you can sort of brush away easily. And also the tape helps, that it's still there. Now once I put the glitter on, I like to go in again with my fluffy brush. Still, I did not add any more product. And I'm just blending out the outer corners just in case any glitter got in that area. And you can adjust this, like I said, it's going back and forth until you feel it looks right. And I'm adding a little bit of black there. Now I'm gonna curl my lashes and add mascara to prep putting on my fake lashes. Just putting on mascara. Now I've already put glue on my lashes and let it dry a little bit so it's tacky. You're gonna place the middle of the band on the middle of your eye, and then I like to use tweezers to really get it in place in the inner corners here. Get that really in there. And then same with the outer corners. Whatever works for you. Now, a little drag trick, I like to make sure the outer corners go up a tiny bit than where my natural lash line lies. Now here I'm going in again with the dark purples and just kind of making sure that color is smoothly going out towards my temples. Now here's the fun part. We get to take this off. Yay! Look at that crisp line. Look at that crisp line. Now, we're going to start with our little contour, but instead of using a normal contour color, you're using our same pink. The same pink you've been using for this eye look. Wherever your cheekbone is, you're going to put the color slightly under it and make sure you use little by little. You don't want to put too much color because it's a lot easier to add than to take off. Now we're going to go in with the purple and smudge underneath a little bit more. Here, once we're done with the eyes, I like to put a little bit of a light concealer under the eye to brighten things up. Now off camera, I used a sponge to completely blend this in and I set it with translucent powder, but it did not record. So now onto the silver. I'm going to show you how to mix this. These are the items I'm using, but you do not need to use a spatula. You can use a straw as long as you have something to put and mix these items on. So you're going to put a little bit of the powder and this specific mixing liquid that comes with the Meron kit. Now you're going to add a few drops. It's always going to be more powder than liquid. Now this is a special liquid, so you want to make sure you do not get any of the powder in the liquid bottle. And you're going to mix it until it becomes a consistency that's a little liquidy but not watery. A little liquidy, more liquidy than yogurt, but you want it enough so that it's opaque going on your skin. And you can play with this, just know you could always add more powder or a little less liquid if you mess up. I'm using a little silver plate, but you can use anything you want to mix it on. Now I'm using this flat brush that's all jagged and cut up, and I'm practicing how I'm going to apply this to my face onto my hand using quick strokes. Yay! Now we're going to do this to our face. You're going to start off in the hairline because this is kind of foolproof. You just put it in your hairline and this does wash out of your hair. Since the brush is kind of jagged, it allows me to create those swift little lines going down my face. You're just going to use small flicks with not too much pressure. I turn the brush a little bit so that I have nice sharp flicks. You see how I'm doing it there? And you add product little by little, and just sort of flick because you want that natural little flick going into your eye makeup, and you really don't want to mess this up. So always use a little bit of product little by little, not too much at once, and just blend it into your hairline. It's very Bride of Frankenstein. I love it. And just kind of work that into your hair until you're satisfied with it. Check it out. Add more. Now we're going to go in and add the rhinestones. What I like to do is put the rhinestones on my face using tweezers, but what I do is I put it on my tweezer, I dip it in the glue, air it out a tiny bit, and then I can stick it directly to my face from there. So you want the glue on first before you stick it on. Now I'm putting 5 in each temple. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is just somehow how I just finagled it on there. Not perfect. Now we're going to go back to the lips. I'm just using a dark burgundy liner and a dark lipstick. Now this lipstick, as you can see, is a little gray, but I just liked the ombre effect that it created. Just keep your lips as dark and berry and dark and burgundy as possible because we like those dark mauve lips. Then we're going to take the silver powder and add it to the center of our lips using our fingertips. Now what I also added to this look was the silver powder, not with the liquid, to the inner corners of my eyes and my tear ducts, just to add a little pop to this makeup. But I did that off camera, just wanted to note that. And now you're going to take a nice little brush and just kind of add a tiny bit of that powder as your highlight above your cheekbones. Only a tiny bit because this stuff is very pigmented. Now I'm just fixing my lashes, putting them into place. And that completes the look. If you have any questions, just send me an email.